Hello. We are pleased that your son or daughter has selected to be a part of the residential experience at Marist College. My goal is to answer the questions that so many of you have emailed or called about since your student was accepted. So let's get started. The number one question that you call me with is, you've heard nothing from us about roommate matching. As we release these tapes, we'll also be releasing a student questionnaire that your son or daughter will fill out to help us to match them with someone that we believe they can have peaceful coexistence while being academically successful. I'm not looking to pick their new best friends. I hope that they do that and they find them here at Marist College. I encourage all of you as parents to let your son or daughter fill this out on their own. Don't fill it out for them to find them the perfect roommate. Give your student a chance to let us know that maybe they don't like to go to bed by 11 o'clock. Maybe they do like to socialize in their room, or they just prefer to study there. These are the types of questions that we'll be asking them. Let them tell us who they are, who they'd like to be when they come to college. For this year's freshman class, we'll be using 5 different residence halls: Sheehan, Champaign, Leo, Marion, and Midrise. Each of these buildings are unique in and of themselves, whether they're a 9-story, double-loaded corridor, community bath, or a much smaller, 140 people to the building. They're very unique in what they offer, and your students will be going to a WebEx that will tell them all about each one of these buildings. We do have 2 special interest floors that the students may be interested in applying for. We have a PSTEM floor and an honors floor. Those are separate applications, and the student will find that on their My Housing page of the My Marist website. Each of our buildings is staffed by professional residence staff. We have our resident directors who really have the overall authority in the building. They are the person who liaisons with maintenance, housekeeping, with conduct. They're a part of our office. They'll work with roommate conflicts. They'll work with, a student has a problem in their room that they need something adjusted by maintenance, they'll work with them. So that's really the person who has that overall responsibility. They supervise a group of students called RAs who live on the floors. These are upper class students who have already been through what your freshman is about to go through, and will help guide them through that process and be a real resource for them. Our resident directors share a duty rotation. We have someone on call on this campus 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So there is always somebody that you can reach out to if there's something that you know that's going on with your son or daughter and you think we need immediate attention to. Each of our freshman areas are locked, and they have entry officers from 3 p.m. till 7 a.m. So the buildings can only be entered by our students who have a strip on the back of their ID that they swipe to go into the buildings. And it helps us ensure that the right people are in the right places and that we don't have a lot of extraneous people just walking around. Our freshmen are only allowed overnight guests on Friday and Saturday nights. These are students, they should be studying, they need to learn the Marist way and how they're going to be as students before we start bringing in people from the outside. There's internet in all the buildings, it's wireless. They can also plug into the wall, but there's internet everywhere. Another question that so many of you are interested in, you're fascinated by our beds. Well, our beds are size twin extra long. So imagine that while you're calling us, you're looking because you need to buy your sheets. So they are twin extra long or college standard when you go out to get them. Our beds are 36 by 80. So if you're sewing, there you go. The other thing is they are adjustable. So they have 10 different levels between low to the ground and 36 inches. and the students can adjust their beds, and they do regularly. Housing's guaranteed for their first 2 years. Once they start, we do our housing based on priority points. The students will learn much more about this when they get here. We look at a number of different categories that they earn points, or we give them points, they have to lose them. But they'll learn this when they get here and when they attend their sessions with their orientation leaders and with the other staff. We strictly enforce our drug and alcohol policies here. And I encourage you to have a conversation with your son or daughter about alcohol and the role that alcohol will play in their life. It's going to be around for the rest of their lives, whether it's family celebrations or work commitments or whatever, socializing with their friends. Alcohol will be there. Don't have them ruin that relationship with alcohol their first semester in college. It's not worth it. Talk to them. They actually do listen to you. They have had these conversations with you. I can't tell you the number of times I've met with students and they say, yes, my mom said that, or my dad told me that. They've listened. They may not sound like they're listening, but they do, and they value what you've said to them. They really hold on to a lot more than you think, and they want to make you proud, and they want to be proud to be here. We have a whole list of things not to bring and what you should bring. A couple important things to know: laundry is free. You don't need to send them quarters. There is laundry in every building. Typically it's in the basement. They'll go down. There's also a thing we have called Laundry View. They'll go on, they'll see if actually the washer or dryer is available that they're looking to use, because God forbid they get in the elevator and have to go down to the basement only to check on it themselves. Now, when I say laundry is free, I do not supply your detergent and your softener. That's something you'll have to do. We do have a number of vendors that we work with, something to think about. I am a great proponent of student insurance. It's a renter's insurance. You can probably get it through your regular insurance company. If you want to rent refrigerators, you can do that through the company that we have listed on our website. The refrigerator will be there when the student arrives, and we will pull them out in the spring after the students leave. So you don't have to lug it around, you don't have to buy it, you don't have to think about what you're going to do with it after they use it for a year. So that's sometimes a good deal. The last thing I just want to let you know is room assignments will be available August 7th. I'm going to leave you on one thing. If there is something you know about your son or daughter that would help us in placing them, call us, email us, let us know. Once room assignments go out is not the time to tell me that your son or daughter can't use an elevator and I've placed them on the 9th floor of Champagne, because I no longer have rooms on the first floor to put them in at that point. So if you know they can't, don't just think, oh, that'll never happen. I am a very unlucky person. If something, if they can't have something and you haven't told me, that's exactly where I'm going to be placing them. So let us know if there's something that you know that we should know about placements. And good luck, and I wish you well. Call us, email us, we're here. Thank you.